name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Come and rest. Halika, magpahinga ka. Do you know how to rest? Marunong pa ba kayong magpahinga? Because today, we may not be doing anything, but our mind are preoccupied with a lot of things. You may not be moving around like before. You may be in your room because it's pandemic. And still, you are not at rest and you are not at peace. In the third commandment, on the 10th commandments, is the law of Sabbath. You shall rest on the day of Sabbath. Nasa 10 utos ang dapat magpahinga tayo. Good news ito, di ba? May kaibigan ako, si JM. Parati siyang inutusan ng nanay niya. Sabi naman niya, mabuti pang Diyos, 10 utos lang. Ang nanay ko, ang dami-dami niyang inuutos. Ito pa yung magandang balita, JM. Sabi ng Diyos, sa 3 utos niya, magpahinga. Learn how to rest. Keep holy day of rest. There is this Jewish theologian, philosopher. His name is Emmanuel Lavinias. He talks about keeping holy the day of rest. Hindi lang yung magpahinga kang walang ginagawa. Holy rest, banal na pagpapahinga, not compensation, but consecration of your day. It's not to compensate, but to consecrate your day. Gawin mong banal ang araw ng iyong pagpapahinga. Di ba may mentality? Trabaho ka ng trabaho, Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Tapos, magmulang Biyernes, magpupuyat ka na, good time ka na, lalabas ka na, bibings ka sa mga panoorin mo, lalabas ka, and so on, magpupuyat ka. That's not rest. In fact, pagdating ng Lunes, pagod ka pa. Because there's this mentality that rest is an activity. Happy hour mentality. To handle stress, alcohol, cigarette, good time. Rest and recreation are outing, touring, and malling. Para ba ang ating pagpapahinga ay ginagawa rin? Noon meron ako nakitang t-shirt. Parang reunion na, parang Christmas party ng mga salesmen. Isa sa mga stressful na trabaho, sales eh. Kasi measured yung output mo. No? Tapos meron pang other output na dapat minimit nyo yung target. Siguro dahil nandun yung presidente ng kanya, nagpagawa sila ng t-shirt, gusto kong magpahinga. Tapos meron pa siyang nakalagay sa likod, ngunit hindi ko magawa. I want to rest, but I cannot do it. Parang tama naman, di ba, no? Pero kung iniisip mo, does that mean rest is also an activity? Hindi ko magawa. Ginagawa bang pagpapahinga? Like in a work-life balance, programa ng mga nasa human resources sa opisina, para bang is it an activity na dapat? Gusto mong magpahinga? Lumabas tayo. Gusto mong magpahinga? Mag-swimming tayo. It's some kind of, even our sense of rest is still doing. We are only called to be. Come. It is an experience of being with the Lord in a way of finding our real rest. Kasi ngayon, pinagyayabang na tayo, very proud tayo, we are busy. We are proud when we are busy. We take pride when we are tired. Productivity means being busy and being preoccupied. Para ngayon, pinagmamalaki ko, pagod na pagod ako, busy ako, marami akong ginagawa. In that way, sometimes para ba pinagmamalaki natin na pagod tayo, and then we feel guilty when we are resting, when we are sleeping, and we are doing nothing to keep our balance of health and health. Para ba kung minsan nakakakonsensya ba yung magpahinga ka? Nakakahiya ba kung matutulog ka? Pwede siguro, pag nagmimisa, may makakatulog. Huwag mo silang gisingin. At least nakakapagpahinga sa misa. O may nakakatulog sa homily ng pare. Hayaan nyo lang sila, bigyan mo ng unan. Because you don't have to feel guilty when you have to rest. You don't have to punish yourself. Why? Because sabi nga nung ating arsobispo natin ngayon, si Archbishop Dong Lavarias, minsan po kasi, nang na-stroke ako, tapos siya po yung bagong obispo, nakiusap ako na tanggalin ako sa ibang mga assignment ko. Marami pong assignment ko noon sa mga eskwelahan, na board director po ako ng mga ibang organizations. Sabi ko kay Bishop, pwede kong mag-resign sa mga ibang trabaho ko dito. I feel guilty kasi magre-resign ako, kaya nagpapabawas ako ng trabaho. Pero alam niyo po, sinagot ng obispo sa akin, sabi niya Deo, when your body speaks, you listen. Pag nagsalita ng katawan mo, pakinggan mo. Pag masakit na yung likod mo, pag pagod ka na, ikaw, sabi niya, hindi lang nagsasalita yung katawan mo, sumisigaw na. You already had a stroke. You listen. Pakinggan mo ang katawan mo. Do not feel guilty. Kasi ngayon, yung mentality busy, tired, productive. It does not mean na pagod, tapos mas productive ka. Hindi po totoo yun. Creative minds are also more creative when they're rested. Mas nakaisip kang maayos pag marunong kang magpahinga, to slow down, to see it in a different way. Meron pa po ako neurologist dito sa Angeles. Ang pangalan niya, Dr. Romeo Enriquez. Napakagaling na doktor. Sabi ng doktor sa akin, Father, ngayon na-stroke ka na, dapat kung dating 100 ang inyong activity, kung dati before ka na-stroke, 100 ang ginagawa mo, after the stroke, pwedeng 40 na lang ang gawin mo. Hindi man 50, 40 na lang. Sabi ko kay Dr. Enriquez, Doc, pwede mong pakisulat yan sa reseta ng gagawin 40 na lang, parang semi-retired. Kasi you can have your second stroke. You can be going to the hospital again. You just go on with what caused your stroke. Sabi po sa akin, Doktor, in between your schedule, you rest. Huwag yung sunod-sunod yung misa, sunod-sunod yung meeting, sunod-sunod yung kausap mong tao. Kaya ngayon, until now, I follow my doctor. Pagkatapos ng misa, papahinga muna ako. After the next schedule. Kaya dito sa umaga, pag nagro-rosaryo kayo pag umaga, nandyan lang ako, but I rest my body and my mind. Because we need it. Be responsible. At the same time, be carefree. Yung pag ginawa mo ng ginawa mong kailangan, don't feel guilty if you have to rest. Remember Jesus when he was sleeping at the stern of the boat in the midst of the storm? Para bang si Jesus din kasi marunong siyang magpahinga kahit sa gitna ng bagyo. Can you rest? Can you sleep in the middle of a crisis? Gusto sabihin nun, wala kang pakialam? Hindi. You are just following how the Lord invites us to rest. My yoke is easy, my burden is light. Know how to carry your burden graciously. Hindi naman sinasabing, huwag ka nang magtrabaho, huwag nang tumulong. Hindi, sinasabi, my yoke is easy. Meron pa rin tayong yoke. At yung tawag, ano kasing tawag doon? Paud sa Kapampangan. Meron pa rin. Pero ngayon, hindi na siya mabigat. May burden, but it is lighter. Bakit kaya? Dahil wala ka ng trabaho, wala ka ng ginagawa? Hindi po. Because this time, you carry it from the perspective of love, with the right decision of motivation, because you do it out of love and sense of mission. Hindi mabigat kasi magaan sa iyong kalooban. May pagmamahal. Di ba pag walang pagmamahal ginagawa mo, konti lang, mahirap. You carry the cross and yet follow me. Gusto mong may mabigat kang ginagawa, pero pag sinusundan mo si Jesus, nagiging magaan. Ngayon ko naiintindihan yung song, naging song, He ain't heavy, He's my brother. Hindi siya mabigat kasi kapatid ko. Gusto sabihin mo, naging magaan yung kapatid niya o yung may sakit? Hindi. Nagiging magaan kasi mahal ko ang aking kapatid na binibitbit, aking karga-karga sa panahon ng pangangailangan. And even then, when you have love in your heart, may pagmamahal sa ginagawa mo kahit mabigat, kahit maraming ginagawa natin. There's no complaining. There is no whining. Even the Jesuits, they looked at detachment. After doing everything, they defined it as holy indifference. We are essentially spiritual. Kung meron mang material na bagay, salamat sa Diyos. Pero that is not the end of our concern. After doing your best, please have that sense of holy indifference. Hanggang doon lang ako. I would not push beyond what I can really do. Ganyan din ang pagiging tunay na leader. Kung minsan gusto nating leader yung malakas, yung leader na malakas yung boses, yung leader na magaling, tama rin yun. Pero there's another kind of leadership. A leader as a weak center. Ano yun? Mahinang sentro bilang leader? Yes. Because you allow your people to bring out the best in them. Strengthening others to express themselves and to develop their capacity. Ang analogy ko dito, kunyari magulang kayo, masyado kang magaling na magulang. Ikaw lahat ang gumagawa. Pati assignment ng anak mo, ginagawa mo. Pati modules ng anak mo, ikaw ang gumawa. Kaya pala mataas ang grade niya kasi ikaw lang ang napagod. Question, did you empower your children? Did you empower your community because you're so good? There is leadership in weak center. Allow them. Siguro magkakamali. Siguro hindi perfect. Ngayon nga, ang daming mga high honors sa mga bata. Kasi hindi naman sila yung gumawa. Ng mga modules. Si tita, si lolo, si mami, si kuya. Meron pa nga kung nung nasa school ako, may tinatawag na parenting. Helicopter parents. Alam niyo yung helicopter parents? Yung umiikot-ikot sila, tinitignan yung anak nila, tinitignan. You are always in control of the situation. Ang tawag dyan, micromanagement. Even the details, you want them at the tip of your finger. Sabi ni Jesus, come, magpahinga ka muna. Look at it in a better perspective. May isang grupong singer, panahon ho namin to high school Fra Lipo Lipi, hanggang high school. Fra Lipo Lipi. Meron silang song title, Light and Shade. Sabi nung song, sa kanyang chorus, be proud, wear the colors you call your own. Be loud, speak out when you want to know the world. Be strong, hold the flame for everyone to see. Pero ito yung maganda, be weak if you want to love. Gusto mong magmahal, kailangan tanggapin mo kahinaan mo. Meron kasi nagmamahal na imposing, dapat ganito ka, dapat ganyan ka. Itong expectation ko sa'yo. Hindi talaga pagmamahal yon. Be weak if you want to love. You realize how Jesus loved us? Not only of His strength, but His in all vulnerability. He showed His woundedness. Thomas, come, put your finger into my hand and see the wound in my side. Believe. Ito po ang tunay na lakas ng Diyos. Allowing us to be, only to allow us to show the best in us. Sabi nga nung isang nabasa ko, wisdom makes complicated things easy, and yet foolishness makes simple things complicated. Alam na alam mo taong talagang magaling. Kahit mahirap, ginagawa nilang simple. Alam na alam mo yung mangmang, the foolish. Simpleng-simple lang, pinapahirap pa nila. Ginagawa nilang mabigat. We are called to carry more things because we are with the Lord. Then indeed, we can really come and find rest in Him. The world makes us weary. Jesus says, I give you rest. The world gives us hypertension. Jesus says, I am humble of heart. The world makes us loaded. Jesus says, my yoke is easy. The world makes us overburdened. Jesus said, my burden is light. Come, I will unburden you. Come and rest. May God bless us all, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.